like string, then we need to talk about string buffer and string builder. String buffer, string builder, that we need to understand as part of this concept. Good. The thing is, string buffer, string builder, these all are predefined classes available in java.lang package. These all are the three predefined classes which are available in java.lang package. We have used buffered reader. Buffered reader available in which package? Buffered reader is available in java.io package. And the next one, we have used arrays class, arrays.sort, arrays.toString. Arrays is a predefined class available in java.util package. Similarly, string available, string buffer available, string builder available. Now, this string concept is very important. String is a predefined class. String is a predefined class in java.lang package. String is a predefined class available in java.lang package. String we can use as a data type also. String we can use as a data type also. It is referenced data type. It is referenced data type. Primitive data types available and referenced data types are available. Primitive data types, nothing but int, long, float, double, those are primitive types. Coming to referenced types, array is a reference data type. Similarly, string is also one referenced data type. String is for multi-purpose. String is a predefined class. String is a class, and we are using string as a data type also. Why? Here in Java, every class can be used as a data type. Whatever the classes we are going to create, whatever the classes Java is already provided, every Java class can be used as a referenced data type. Every Java class can be used as a referenced data type. So let me note that point here. Every Java class can be used as a referenced data type. So string is a class. String can be used as a data type. Tomorrow I am going to create employee class to store employee data. Employee class can be used as a data type. For example, here I want to store some value. I want to store product price, guys. Price is equal to 135.50. Can I store this as a double? Yes or no? Only one value. Just price I want to store. Price is a decimal value. So I am storing that price by using double data type. Price I am storing by using double data type. Alright. I want to store product rating. I want to store the product rating. 2-star rating, 3-star rating, I want to store it. Now, I am going to use byte. Byte rating is equal to 5. Can I use a byte for the rating now? Byte will occupy only 1 byte of memory. That's fine. And I want to store product ID. Product ID is equal to 101. Product ID can be stored by using byte. But in future, ID may be more than 127. That's why I'm going for integer. Okay. 3 variables I'm taking: product ID, product price, and product rating. I want to represent all these things into one variable. There are 3 variables available. 3 variables I want to package as one variable. That's where class comes into picture. That is a referenced data type. Now, I am going to create a class called product class. I'm going to create a class called product class. All these variables are belongs to product. All these variables are belongs to product. Product I am going to use as a data type. That product will represent all this data. So that we are going to learn in the OOPS concept. As of now, we have not discussed anything about classes. We have not discussed anything about objects. So that we are going to learn in the next chapter, that is OOPS. Alright, fine. For time being, let's understand what is string. What is a string? Come on guys, what is a string? String is a predefined class that is available in java.lang package. String we can use as a data type also. What type of data type? String is a primitive data type, or string is a referenced data type. String is a referenced data type. And we need to remember one point. In the Java, every class can be used as a data type. In future, we are going to create so many classes. Every class can be used as a data type also. Now, sir, why we need to learn this string? String is used to store group of characters. What is the purpose of the string? String is used to store group of characters. If you observe the last 3 weeks classes, I am storing numbers, I am storing integer numbers, I am storing decimal numbers, I am storing single character. Did I store one person name into a variable in the last 3 weeks of time? Did I store our institute name into one variable, one person name into variable, one company name into variable? No. There is no data type which supports to store group of characters. If you want to store group of characters, the data type that we have is string. String is a predefined class. That string we can use as a data type also. String is used to store group of characters. Sir, how can we store group of characters in the string data type? String name is equal to whatever the data you want to store. That data, that if you see Ashok IT, group of characters are available. Group of characters are called as one string. Group of characters are called as what? String. So in that string, you can store any number of characters. You can store 1 character, you can store 2 characters, you can store 10 characters, up 30 characters भी store कर सकते हैं. You can store any number of characters in the string variable. When you are going for string, the data that you are storing should be there in the double quotes. The data should be there in the double quotes. If you are storing the data in the single quote, what is the meaning of that? If I am storing it as like this, what is the meaning of that? It is a character type. If you want to store single character, then you can go for char type. If you want to store multiple characters, then you need to go for string. Alright. So string name is equal to Ashok IT. Anything you can give. Now, can I just give just A? Is it valid? Is it a character? Is it a string now? String only. In the string, you can store 1 character or you can store more than 1 character also. How can you differentiate string and a character? If that is having a single quote, then it is called character. If it is having a double quotes, then it is called as a string. Now tell me, what is the purpose of a string in the Java? Strings are used to store group of characters. Strings are used to store group of characters. Now, let us take here, if you go to internet, you will be using so many applications in the internet. Gmail, Facebook, WhatsApp, so many applications you are using. Now, whatever you are using, this is front end of our project. Suppose for example, if you go to contact us. If you go to contact us, there is a form available. You are going to enter your name, you will enter your mail ID, mobile number, your message. This is a form. This is a form which is available in front end of our application. Now, as a user, you are going to fill up your data. You are going to fill up your data and you are going to click on send message or submit. Whenever you submit this, this data will go from front end to back end. We discussed in the application architecture. Front end will be available, back end will be available, database will be available. Now, can you see the back end of our project? What we are seeing here? We are seeing only front end. In the front end, you are filling up the form. You are entering the data in the form. You are clicking on button. Then this form data will go to back end as a string only. Every data will be transferred in the network as a string. So this is one string, this is one string, this is one string, this is one string. 4 strings will transfer from front end to back end. In the application, to represent a group of characters, we are going to use string only. Are you guys clear with my point? Yes. So string is a predefined class which is available in java.lang package. String we can use as a data type also. That is a reference to data type. In the Java, every Java class can be used as a reference to data type. String is used to store group of characters. And one more thing we need to remember, string is immutable class. String is immutable in Java. Sir, what is the meaning of that? Immutable. Immutable means once you store the data in the string, that data cannot be modified. That is the main feature of the string. String is immutable. That means cannot modified. We cannot modify the content of the string once a string object is created. If you try to modify the content, it will create the new string. We should be very careful. We need to understand lot of memory level details when we are working with the strings. Are you guys getting my point? String is mutable or string is immutable? String is immutable. What is the meaning of immutable? String objects cannot be modified. Cannot be modified. If you try to modify, it will create the new string. I have a string, I modified for 10 times. Then what will happen? 10 strings will be created in the JVM. If you are keep on modifying the string, keep on new strings will be created. Memory wastage. Unnecessarily, memory will be wasted in the JVM. So now, when you are going to declare group of characters, first you need to understand, do you want to store the data, whatever the data that you are going to store, is that data going to change in the future or it is not going to change in the future? If your data can be changed in the future, then don't go for string, because the string should be used only for immutable strings, immutable objects. If your requirement is that my data should be changed, my data should be changed in future, I may modify my data, then go for string buffer or string builder. Those are mutable classes, mutable objects. String buffer, string builder also used to store the group of characters only. Sir, why 3 classes are available to store the data? There is a reason. There is a reason. If you want to store the data which cannot be modified in the future, then go for string class. Sir, I want to store the data which can be modified in the future, then you have 2 options. What are the 2 options? String buffer available and string builder available. Sir, why again buffer available and builder available? The difference is buffer is thread safe, builder is not thread safe. Are you guys getting my point? thread safe, not thread safe. What is the meaning of thread safe? No, not virus. Thread safe, not thread safe. Thread safe, not thread safe means only one person can access that data at a time. Are you guys getting my point? Only one person can access that data at a time. That is a thread safe. If it is not thread safe, multiple people can access at a time. If you want multiple people to access your data and that data can be modified, then go for builder. You want to store the data which can be modified, but only one person should access at a time. Then go for buffer class. I want to store the data that cannot be modified at any point of time. Then go for string class. So Java people are very intelligent. That's why they have given 3 different classes to store the group of characters. Why 3 different classes available? For 3 different requirements. So based on the requirement, we need to choose any one of the class to store the data. Now tell me, when to go for string? When to go for string? String is used to store group of characters which cannot be modified. So that is called immutable. Once you create the string, once you store the data, that data cannot be modified in the program. If you try to modify, danger. If you try to modify, what will happen? It is going to create the new string. If I modify 100 times, 100 strings will be created. Memory khatam ho jayega. Your program will run into out of memory because JVM is giving some memory. You are wasting that memory by creating unnecessarily objects. Unnecessarily you are creating the objects, then your memory will be completed. Agar memory nahi hai to program pat jayega. Yes or no? If memory is not there, if I don't have energy, can I teach the class? If I don't eat food from morning to till evening, after coming to the class, I will fall down, right? Similarly, if memory is not available, program also will not work. So memory is very important. Sir, in the demo you told Java is a dynamic language. Java will take care of memory management. Then why you will get out of memory problem? JVM will give you memory, but waste mat karna. Don't waste it. If you waste it, simple man, your father will give you 1 lakh rupees to learn the course. 1 lakh rupees is sufficient for completing the course within 1 year of time. But after coming to Hyderabad, every week you are going to 5-star hotel, you are doing parties and all. Then in 1 week you are 1 lakh, in 1 month your 1 lakh will be completed. But actually when you are starting from the home, your father gave you 1 lakh as a pocket money. Beta, 1 lakh ले लो, job लेके आ जाओ. ठीक है? ये पैसा ले लो. Next year you should come to home. Next year only you have to come to home. That too with job only. Otherwise, matana. Yes or no? My father told like that only in the 2012. Beta, take this money. Wherever you want to go, go. If you get the job, then only come to home. Otherwise, don't come to home. Did you get that situation? Yes or no? No. If that situation is there, then definitely you will get the job easily and early, quickly. थोड़ा pressure होता है ना? Then काम करते हैं. Every month if you are getting 10,000, 20,000 pocket money, आराम से enjoy करता है. पापा भेज देगा पैसा. You are getting नहीं आएगा. Test it will fail in pure group of characters. But थोड़ा दिमाग लगा के use tomorrow. As a developer, you should have that maturity. Whenever you are writing a code, there will be a purpose. For a reason, we are going to write the code. When you are writing that code, you need to understand. I want to store group of characters. These group of characters are going to change in future. Okay, there may be a chance of changing. Then don't go for string because it will screw your memory. It will screw your memory. If you want to change the data in future, then go for string buffer or string builder. Sir, why two classes are there for mutable strings? Again, there is a scenario. Whatever the data that we are storing, can multiple people access at a time? Then go for builder. Builder will allow multiple people to access the data at a time. If you use buffer, please come in the queue. Please come in the queue. First person, you take it. After completion, second person, you take it. After completion, third person, you take it. If you go for string buffer, your threads will access one by one. Program will become dead slow. Yes or no? Program will become dead slow. So there will be a scenario when only one thread should access our data, where multiple threads should access the data at a time. That scenario we are going to understand in the multi-threading. There is a concept called multi-threading. In the multi-threading, we are going to understand what is thread safe, what is not thread safe, when to go for thread safe, when we should not go for thread safe. That concept we will discuss in the multi-threading. As of now, you have the basic idea when to go for string, when to go for string buffer, when to go for string builder. Yes, string means immutable, cannot be modified. String buffer, string builder are mutable, whereas the string buffer is thread safe. That means only one thread can access at a time. String builder is mutable, and that too multiple threads can access at a time. All these three are our classes are Java provided classes. Java provided classes. Java classes are grouped into packages. In which package these classes are available? Java.lang package. These are available in the Java.lang package. When I am using a class from Java.lang package, do I need to import that package? That is a default, right? Java.lang is a default. Any other package class, if you want to use like buffer reader from IO and arrays from util, we have to import. But Java.lang is a default package. You no need to import. In our program, we are using one class called system. What is the class I am using? System. Can you see where that system class available? Java.lang. Am I importing that lang package? Importing the lang package is optional. Importing the lang package is optional. In the Java, thousands of packages are available. In all the packages, only lang package is optional. Remaining all the packages, if you want to use, you have to import. Only lang package we no need to import. So that's why in my program directly I can write string str is equal to some data. String str is equal to hi. What is str? Str is a variable. Hi is the value. String is the data type. I am declaring a variable with string data type. String data type is used to store group of characters. Used to store group of characters. This is one approach to store the data in the string. What is this? Approach 1. This is our approach 1 to store the data into string. There is another approach is also available. Approach 2 is also available. That is string str1 is equal to new string of hello. New string of hello. This is also valid. This is also valid. So now tell me, how many ways are there to create a string in the Java? There are two ways are available. First approach, second approach. First approach is called as string literal approach. What is that, guys? String literal. Directly I am storing the data into variable. The data that I am storing into the string is called as string literal. Approach 1, string literal. Second approach, using new operator. We discussed about new operator. What is the purpose of new operator? What is the purpose of new operator? It is used to create the object. So here I am creating the object for the string and I am storing the data. That is my approach 2. In the approach 1 also I am storing the data in the string. Sir, two approaches are there. What is the difference? Farak kya hai? Yes or no? There are two ways. There are two ways to store the data. Why two ways are there? What is the difference between them? अच्छा है भाई. Super. Memory allocation is the difference. How the JVM is going to allocate the memory, that is different. String is a special class in the Java. For the strings, JVM provided special memory in the heap. Where my objects are going to create? Where my objects are going to create? My objects are going to create in the heap area. Now, we have seen JVM architecture, right? In the JVM architecture, heap memory is available. Heap memory is available. What is the difference between heap and method area? Class code will be stored in the method area. Objects will be stored in the heap area. Okay, fine. Generally, when we create the object, we can modify the content of the object. But string is a special class in the Java. String class object cannot be changed. So that is the reason, security wise, because of some security principles, Java people made string as immutable. So those contents, the content of the string should not be changed. That's why JVM is giving special preference to string. That's why to store the string objects, here in the heap, there is a special memory called SCP. There is a memory called SCP. SCP stands for String Constant Pool. What is that? String Constant Pool. What is the purpose of that heap? What is the purpose of heap? It is going to store the objects. Now, heap is used to store the object. String is also one object only, but for storing string objects, heap is using one special memory. That special memory is called String Constant Pool. That is SCP. SCP. Now here we are having two approaches to create the strings. One is string literal approach. Second one is new operator. When you use string literal, that string will be stored into SCP. When you use the new operator, it will store into the heap memory. Are you guys getting my point? Here, I am using a string literal directly. Where it will be stored? Where it will be stored? It is going to store in the SCP. Where this will be stored? It will be stored in the heap memory. Are you guys getting my point? So that is lot of internals that we need to understand. Which string is creating in the heap? Which string is creating in the SCP? How many string objects will be created? If I modify the string, what is going to happen? At the memory level, how they are working, that we need to understand. Are you clear with that? Now, I'm not jumping into that internals at this moment. Once we complete the strings concept, then I will tell you how the memory management is happening for the strings in the JVM. So for time being, you need to remember, string is a predefined class. which is used to store group of characters. String is the class which is available in java.lang package. String is having two sisters, string buffer and string builder. String is immutable. String buffer, string builder are mutable. String buffer is thread safe. String builder is not thread safe. Thread safe means only one thread can access at a time. Thread not thread safe means multiple threads can access at a time. How many ways are there to create the string? There are two ways available to create the string. What are those two ways? One is a string literal, another one is by using new operator. What is the difference between literal approach, new operator approach? Strings are special classes. Strings are special classes. So that's why JVM is giving special treatment. String is a VIP in the Java. String is a VIP in the Java. That's why special treatment is there for the string. That's why it is allocating the special memory for storing string objects. That special memory is called as SCP. Have you seen functions? ऑडियो फंक्शन और घर में कुछ फंक्शन हुआ तो हमारा मामा जी आएगा, मामा जी इधर आ जाओ, इधर बैठो, ये चेयर ले लो. Are you going to give that special treatment or not? Yes. Why special treatment? Why special treatment? VIP. Yes, it is an important person. Important person. So that's why we are going to arrange a special chair. इधर बैठो, clean करके साफ करके इधर बैठो. That special treatment we are going to do. Similarly, whenever string object is created in the Java class, string object is created, heap will get alert. Oh, my friend is coming. He is very important for me. इसको थोड़ा special treatment देना पड़ेगा. By come here, sit in the SCP because it is a special reserved area for you. What is that? Why that special treatment? Because security reasons are there. In the network, whatever the data that is transferring from front end to back end to front end, everything will be in the string format only. That Java language don't want anybody to modify our data. Java want to secure our data. Even if somebody try to modify the data, that data will not modify. It will create a new object. If a string is not immutable, data modifications will happen. Actual result, expected results will not match. Because every data project means to represent data only. We are using Facebook. We are using WhatsApp. What is the meaning of that? You are sending one message, they are replying to your message. You are sending one message, they are replying. Those messages are strings only. Those messages are strings only. Whatever the message you are sending, that means you are typing a message in your mobile, that is coming to my mobile. That means the message is traveling. The message is traveling through a network. Right? That message is traveling through a network. From one network, it is coming to another network. My friend is there in Bangalore. He is saying hi. That message came from Bangalore to Hyderabad. How? Through a network. When the data is transferring from one place to another place, that the data should not be tampered. That means the data should not be modified. Even if somebody try to modify, my project should not allow to modify. That's why Java people made the string as a immutable. Even if you try to modify, that will not modify. That will create a copy. That will create a copy. Understand my point? Yes. Why strings are immutable? Definitely in the interview they will ask this question. Pakka, damn sure question. What is the difference between string, string buffer, string builder? Then what is the difference between buffer and builder? Then next question, why string is immutable? Then next question, what is SCP? Next question, what is the difference between literal approach and new approach? And they will give you some string, they will ask you how many objects will be created for the string. Because there will be a little bit confusion because heap is available, SCP is available. So we need to get that complete clarity. We need to do postmortem on the heap, then only we are going to understand how that memory management is happening internally. Are you clear? Yes, good. Tell me, what is a string? Why we need to go for string? Come on. What is string? Why we need to go for string? String is a immutable class in the Java that can be used as a data type also. It is a immutable class in the Java that can be used as a data type also. It is used to store group of character. String is having siblings, right? String buffer and string builder. String is immutable, buffer and builder are mutable. Again in the buffer and builder, buffer is a thread safe, builder is not thread safe. What is the meaning of thread safe? Only one thread can access at a time. Only one thread can access at a time. So that's why it is called as thread safe. Builder not thread safe, that means multiple threads can access at a time. Alright. Now I have already prepared that also in the notes, guys. What is going to happen when we create a string object? I am working on this. And when you create the objects, those objects are going to store in the heap. Inside the heap, constant pool will be available. In that constant pool, your objects are going to be stored. And when you create the object like this, two objects will be created. One object will be created in the heap memory. Another object will be created in the SCP. We need to understand that memory management. Alright. Before going to jump into that memory management, we need to understand the methods available in the string class. The methods available in the string class. Alright. String is a predefined class in the lang package. We can use that as a data type. Every class can be used as a data type in the Java. It is used to store group of characters. It is immutable in the Java. That means cannot be modified. We can create string object in two ways. In two ways. What are those two ways? Approach one, that is a string literal. Directly I can store string name is equal to Ashok IT. Okay. Then I can take string str is equal to new string of Ashok IT. Like this. You can create like this. So what is the difference? Memory management. Approach 2. Using new operator. Approach 1 using string literal. Approach 2 using new operator. Now, string buffer, string builder, two classes are available. They are also used to store the group of characters. We'll talk about them later. Next one, the most important thing is string manipulation. What is the meaning of manipulation? What is the meaning of manipulation? Manipulation means changing. Manipulation means changing. Sir, string is immutable na? Then how can we manipulate? Concatenations, replacing, substring, reversing, like that there are some methods are available. Those methods we can use to manipulate the string. String class provided several methods to perform operations on the string object. Okay, string class provided several methods to perform operations on string objects. There are so many methods are available in the string class which are used to perform operations on the string object. Sir, what kind of operations we are going to perform? I am storing my data in the string. For example, here I am storing as Hyderabad. Okay. From this string, I want to get first character. I want to get the first character, or I want to reverse it, or I want to replace one character with the another character. I want to take substring. In the Hyderabad, bad is available. I want to replace bad with good. Yes or no? So can I call it as a manipulation? Yes, that is called manipulation. In order to do those manipulations, we are having some methods in the string classes. Now, I don't know what are the methods available. Can we check the methods in the user manual? Yes or no? What is user manual? What is user manual? When you purchase a product, you will get a user manual, right? Now, we are using a language. Is it our language or it is another company language? Another company language. Which company developed this language? This language developed by Sun Microsystem. This language developed by Sun Microsystem. Sun Microsystem provided Java and they provided documentation also for the Java. Because we are new to Java, we want to explore the Java, we want to understand what is there in the Java, I want to know how to use the Java. Now, I am interested to work with the string. String is used to store group of characters. Now, I want to understand what kind of operations we can perform on the string. I have stored my string, I stored my name or my city name I stored. I want to perform some operations on my data. I want to perform some operations. In order to perform the operations, Sun Microsystem provided so many methods in the string class. By using those methods, we can perform operations. In the initial classes, we discussed what is variable, what is a method. Can you tell me what is variable, what is a method? Variables are used to store the data. Methods are used to perform the operation. Now I want to perform operation. For that, there are methods available. Where I can check those methods? Documentation. Documentation. Can we go to the documentation of Java? Come on. Tell me how to open Java documentation. JSE API. Java Standard Edition API. Okay. Here packages are available. So many packages are available. Do we need to remember all these things? Do you want to remember? How? I can't remember. I can't remember. Nobody will remember, man. It is not possible. Now we want to go for string class. I told that string is available in a package. Which package? Java.lang package. Can you find Java.lang? Yes, here it is a Java.applet. We don't need that. Java.io. Now we don't need that. In future, we need that. Can you check it? Java.lang. Click it. I click that. When I click that, it is showing me, guys, its slide is there. You need to manage this. Scroll up, interfaces. We are discussing interfaces or we are discussing classes? Classes. Scroll down. Classes. What is this? Boolean. What is this? Somewhere we discussed class loader. What is that? JVM will use class loader to load that class file into JVM memory. Okay. What is that? Are we using compiler? No? We are not using compiler, huh? How we are compiling the programs? Java C. Java C means Java compiler only. We are compiling. What is this? Long. Okay. What is this? Object. Come down. String. Buffer. Builder. Are we using system? No, huh? System.out.println. We are using system.out.println. It is used to print the data. Okay. Now go to string. String. Okay. Can you read this? Are they giving the documentation of the string? Yes. The string class represents character strings. All string literals in Java programs ABC are implemented as instances of this class. Instance means object. So whatever the data that you are storing in the double quote, that will be considered as a object. Okay, can you read this? Come on, guys. Now, people faces are blushing like anything because theoretical concept. Yesterday when I am writing the logic, क्या चल रहा है? कुछ भी समझ में नहीं आ रहा. Yesterday people faces are blank. Today faces are blushing. When I am explaining theory, you are enjoying. When I am writing the code, you are crying. You need to improve that logical thinking also. If I write one loop inside another loop, half of the people brain will be stopped. If I write one loop inside another loop, half of the people brains will be stopped. They can't understand what is happening. वो लोग उधर ही घूमते रहते हैं, बाहर नहीं आएगा. If I write 3 loops, खत्म, बाहर ही नहीं आएगा. But when I'm explaining theory, people are very responsive. They are using their energy and they're answering. That energy you need to show in the logical thinking also. That is very important. Theory कोई नहीं पूछेगा. When you go for interview, nobody will ask you what is the string, because it is LKG standard question. They will give you program. I am giving you string. Reverse that string. What is the time complexity? What is the space complexity? They will ask that question. Theory is not important. Programming is important. You are not going to become college lecturer to teach theory. You are going for IT. Lot of competition will be there. Smart people will be there in the IT. IT industry will take smart people. And remember, there is no reservation in the IT. IT is the only industry which it doesn't support for reservation, which it doesn't support for nepotism. Nepotism, sorry, not nepotism. Nepotism is there or not there? Fathers are struggling to get the job. बच्चों को क्या refer करेगा? Nepotism is not there in the IT, and reservation is not there in the IT. IT people are proud because IT people will pay the tax properly. Only IT engineers are paying the government tax properly because company tax काट के पैसा देगा. अगर पूरा दिए तो कोई नहीं पे करेगा. Yes or no? Right. So there is no reservation, there is no nepotism in the IT. So you need to be very smart enough to get the job. Getting the job is first challenge. After that, survival is more difficult than getting the job. Now we have you seen 30,000 people offer letters cancelled from topmost MNC companies like Tech Mahindra, Wipro, Infosys, TCS. 30,000 freshers offer letters are rejected. They gave the offer, they cancelled it. Yes, they waited for 3-4 months, they waited for a project. Simple, man, simple. They have recruited freshers. Once a fresher go to the company, can he directly write the code? Like you have seen in the movies, heroes will sit one night, project khatam. Is it going to happen? Simple example, I will ask one question. Your father is having 1 crore rupees money. Okay? Now, your father and you want to construct one duplex house in your area, in your village or in your town, wherever it is. You want to construct one duplex house, the budget is 1 crore. You are just completed your BTech. Your father want to construct that house. Now, you have a friend in your college who is your college topper with 95% in the civil engineering. Can you take the plan from your friend? आपका दोस्त है ना, college का topper है, 95% is having, no backlogs, all clear, college first. He is intelligent, right? If you take the plan from you, if you take the building architecture from your friend? Is it risk or not? 1 crore rupees you are spending. You are spending 1 crore rupees to construct your dream house. You are not taking the suggestion or plan from your friend. Who is your friend from last 4 years? Who is your friend from last 4 years? College topper, no backlog, 95%. Just for 1 crore rupees, you are thinking about experienced person. Client will pay 100 crores for the project. Client will pay 100 crores for the project. Client will pay 1000 crores for the project. Can he take the fresher now? Just for after all 1 crore, you are thinking about experience. Client is spending 1000 crores for the project. Will he take the fresher? Why? For you, your 1 crore is important. For that person, that 1000 crores are important. That is the reason freshers are not getting the jobs. Every client is looking for experienced person. Why? Because quality. The work quality will be there. If I take a fresher, isko training dena padega. I have to give the training for the fresher for 3 months. In the training, I have to give the salary. Within 3 months, will he become a Superman to write the code? Minimum to minimum 1 year. He will take minimum to minimum 1 year to understand. For this 1 year, I have to pay the monthly salary. I have to pay PF, Provident Fund. I have to provide the traveling expenses. I have to provide medical insurance, HRA, house allowances, gym bill, mobile bill. Companies are doing that. Mobile bill, gym bill, medical bill. These all are cost for the client. So that's why clients will not prefer freshers. Now, whatever MNC companies you do you know what these MNC companies? TCS, Infosys, Tech Mahindra. These people will go to colleges. They will take the people. Those people they will keep on the bench. That means stock. Why they will keep that stock? Tomorrow when client comes, client will ask, how much manpower you have? Then TCS will open the door. देख लो, मैं project 1 साल में कर सकता हूँ. Just to show the manpower, these companies are taking the freshers. Those freshers are not going to work on the project immediately. Just for build up. These companies are taking the freshers. Now, the companies who has taken the freshers in the last 1 year, they are waiting for the clients to open the door. Clients are not coming. क्या करेगा? They will do one thing. They will conduct one exam. All the scrap will go. That is what happened recently. Companies conducted assessment test. Whoever cleared that assessment test, how that assessment test? Logical programming, aptitude, reasoning, but 30,000 people blasted. Their offer letters got cancelled. Now what those 30,000 people will do? They will come to Amirpet now. Yes or no? Why? Now they want to go with the fake experience. If they want to go with the fake experience, they need to learn the subject. आ जाएगा. Yes or no? Now you people are intelligent than them because you realized it early. और लोग को अभी realize to open a ask. Understood? Now, sir, you can share my experience with you. Now you will go to the interview. मेरे पास 3 साल का experience है. काम दे दो, करके दिखाता हूँ. Survival हो जाएगा. So 40,000 people are surviving now with the topmost packages. Clients are asking for experience. हमारे पास experience नहीं है. If you want to go with experience, you should be strong in the technology. Once you are strong in the technology, then you can get the job with the experience. If you do the work properly, then you will get it. Simple example. You will go for one interview with 3 years experience. They ask you 20 questions. You are not able to answer. Rejected. Okay. Next week, one more interview. 20 questions. Rejected. Third interview rejected. Fourth interview rejected. Fifth interview rejected. Sixth interview. Already 5 interviews experience you have. 5 into 20. How many questions? 100 questions. You can write a book. How to attend the interviews. You got that experience, right? You got that experience, right? How to attend the interview. When you go for 6th interview, will you ask the question or should I tell the question and answer also? Because same questions are going to repeat in every interview. Once if you have 100 questions, if you go for any company, वही repeat करेगा. Because there is nothing else. There is nothing else. क्या पूछेगा? Tell me about yourself. What about tell me about your project architecture. What are the roles and responsibilities? Where you have used OOPs? Where you have used strings? Where you have used multi-threading? How you communicated with the database? Where you used exception handling? Where you have used multi-threading? Some scenarios they will ask related to project. Same questions will be repeated in all the interviews. If you attend 5 interviews, you can write that book, you can sell that. How to attend interviews in Hyderabad with the fake experience. That tag also you can keep. There are people who got ठीक है हो गया jokes completed. String. So we understood what is a string now. What is a string, guys? भूल गया? What is string now? String is nothing but a data type which is used to store group of characters. Now, I want to perform some operations on the string. For that, okay, can you see? From which version of Java it is available? String JDK 1.0. Come down. Can you see the methods now? Char at the parameter index. That means if you want to get particular character from the string based on index, then you can go for a method called char at method. Okay, code point at, code point before, code point count, compare to. Can you see this method? Compare to. What is the purpose of compare to? Compares two strings. Compare to ignore case. It will not consider whether it is uppercase or lowercase. It will ignore that case. Can you see this method? Concat. What is the meaning of concat? Appending. One string joining. One string we are going to join with the another string. For that we have a method called concat. There is a method called contains. What is the purpose of that? In Hyderabad, BAD is available or not? I want to check. In Hyderabad, BAD is available. That means one string contains another string or not? Contains. One string contains another string.